I never listened to the whole song. Hey, Robert. Good morning. How are you? I saw you with your babies out. I said, where are they going? Y'all were just out and you were letting them have a little free time to roam around. Good morning, Miss Stephanie Perryman. How are you? Today is Reset Monday, y'all, and I'm so excited to be before you today. I come on, Stephanie, on Mondays. Every Monday is Reset Monday, and I like Reset Monday because you get to start all over and you get to reboot. You can hit that reset button and start your Monday all over again and get the week prepared for greatness. Good morning, Vanessa. Susan, good morning. And so I love Reset Mondays. You just get to start all over and start anew. And so I started doing it some years ago on my way to work on Mondays because I was wanting to kind of change up some things. And so this is what it kind of evolved into. But it is Reset Monday. And I like to get on here and kind of see what happened on the weekend and kind of hear from some people. Robert, I guess he says he let his babies out of prison. He has the cutest little dogs. He let them out of prison so they could roam around. But that's what we do on Mondays. We hit that reset button hard and we get ready for a new productive week in which we're just making things happen. Good morning, Reese. And so I'm really excited about that. But today our topic of choice is poor choices put you in poor places. Poor choices put you in poor places. And I thought that was a very fitting topic because everybody's trying to go somewhere and do something. And if you don't believe it, just go on social media and take a look at your Facebook page and look at all the posts that are happening. Check out your Instagram, look at your Snapchats. People are trying to do things. And so sometimes we get caught up and we don't always make the best decisions. And so our poor choices get us in poor places. And thank you, Ms. Vanessa. Thank you so much. Sometimes we find ourselves just, making poor choices out of desperation. Sometimes we make poor choices because we don't have the information that we need. And sometimes we make poor choices because we're just flat out in a rush and we haven't done our due diligence to figure out what's best for us. And so in those instances, we find ourselves, making poor choices. We see it a lot of times in our health, when we watch the news or we're out at the mall and we see people who are battling, with their weight. They're battling with their weight. And it's because of the poor choices, and that poor choice is I just don't exercise as much. I don't burn as many calories as I'm consuming. And so when you realize that that's a poor choice, and you have people who offer you a possible solution to it, sometimes we take it and sometimes we don't. But your health is your wealth. And so when it comes to making poor choices in our health, a lot of times we're digging our graves with our teeth. You say you want to lose weight, you say you want to do all of this, but your poor choices, can lead you to be in poor places. When it comes to our relationships with people, sometimes, we'll say, well, you know what? That's the one for me. She's the one for me. I know that's the person. And you see all the signs and you're just in denial, but you just go forward with that. Well, you pay later on. And so again, poor choices put you in poor places. We have all been gifted with the gift of technology. It can be a blessing or it can be a curse. And so we have no excuse for being unlearned. We have no excuse for being ignorant, because when it comes to making, really good choices, we have a plethora of information out there. We have people, we have, internet, we have browsers, we have the World Wide Web, we have it all. There's no excuse. And so sometimes we don't put in the energy that it takes to, go forward and doing our due diligence and our research. So we end up making poor choices. I know a lot of times people say, you know what, I really wish I could vacation like them. I wish I could go on trips like them. I wish I could shop like them. I wish I could drive what they drive. I wish I could live in a house like that. And it's not that they're being envious. It's just that they didn't have, whatever they needed to be able to get themselves to that level. Some people are just okay with just getting by. I know people like that, and it's okay. It's what it takes for them to make it and be successful. And sometimes it's not a lot. But your choices really can put you in the situations that you're in now. Look at your current situation. Look at where you are right now. Are you satisfied with your job? Are you satisfied with the relationships you have? Are you satisfied with the circle of friends that you have? Are you satisfied? Period. Look at all those areas of your life. Are you satisfied? And if not, why not? Do you need to change? Do you need to change circles? Poor choices lead you to poor places. We say all the time, you know what, I really wish I had gone back to college when I had the opportunity. I really wish I had done this. I really wish I had done that. The graveyard is full of damn people who said, I really wish I could have. But their poor choices led them to poor places. Don't let that be your story. See, life is going to continue to rotate. And I say it at the end of my lives, whether you're standing on top of it or stretched out under, it doesn't matter where you are. It does not matter where you are. Poor choices lead you to poor places. Some people just say, you know what, let me bite the bullet and make this sacrifice. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Marcus. And so people make those sacrifices because they don't want to end up in poor places. So if your life is not going in the direction you want it to go in, change it. If things aren't going the way you want them to go, change it. You have the power to do that. Poor choices lead to poor places. People say all the time, I don't want to end up like her. I don't want to end up like him. Make the change. Nobody is perfect. Things don't always go as planned. They don't. So when you realize, oh, wow, I should not have done that. That doesn't work for me. Change it so that your poor choices don't keep you in a poor place. Good morning, Millie. Good morning. And so what you have to remember is that only you can fix your situation when you're saying, oh, I don't like how I did. I don't like this. I don't like that. Only you can do it. For those of you that are just hopping on, we're talking about poor choices leading you to poor places. People say, I really wish that I had started my business a long time ago, but now my health is failing and I really wish I had done that. I don't want to live my life that way. We have the power and the ability to do whatever we want. We live in one of the, wealthiest countries on earth. People say all the time, I just wish I could get to the United States. I wish I could get to the United States. And there are groups of people who move here as immigrants. They get here, they dig in, they get the job done. And before you know it, they got 7-Elevens on every corner. They got houses. They're renting them out. They own properties. 15 or 20 of them are living in one house, and one by one, they help the other person. And before you know it, everybody's got their own stuff because they pulled together and saw the vision. They didn't allow, living over in a third world country to keep them from prosperity. They figured it out and they got over here. So you mean to tell me you born and raised here with all this at your fingertips have the nerve to want to down somebody else because they come from somewhere else and come over here and make it big? Get out of here with that. No. That's not how that goes. Because we have the power to do whatever it is we want to do. All you got to do is speak it. Just speak it. But, sometimes speaking it brings life to it. And I think we feel like, oh my God, it's going to be too much. It's too big. It's just too great. I can't do it. It's going to be too much. What if I fail? But what if you don't? Fail fast and keep it moving. But what if you don't fail? What if it works out for you? So a man thinketh, so is he. So whenever we say, can't do poor choices, can't be in poor places, then you on your way up. I applaud them too. I applaud them too. And the reason why I applaud them is because they didn't say, oh my God, I come from a little third world country and we didn't have this. They don't care about what they didn't have. They get over here, they figure it out, and they keep it moving. And we sit around with our lazy butts and go, well, I'm going to just sit and draw my check. I'm going to just sit and I'm going to wait on my government check with your broke ass. Let me tell you something. It's time out for that, y'all. I know it's tight, but it's right. That's what they say in church. It's the truth. Poor choices lead you to poor places. If you don't like it, get up and do something about it. I don't wait on you to come and pay my mortgage. I don't wait on you to come and pay my car note. I don't. Over here, ain't nobody waiting on nobody to knock on the door and do nothing. Bless me with a word. We got to make it happen. We were listening to Les Brown Saturday, I think it was, and he was talking about, you're right, they do it and don't even know English. That's what I'm saying. It's like no excuse. They figure it out on the way. And we can't even learn another language, but that's another story. We can't even learn another language to get the competitive edge because we don't have time. And everybody should speak English, right? So we were listening to Les Brown. And Les Brown was saying, we just don't want to take chances. We don't want to take chances. We don't want to take risks. We want everything to be safe. We don't want to. Waking up is a risk. Getting in your car, driving anywhere is a risk. What is this, Claudia? Hashtag Cree Unleashed. You doggone right, Robert. I like that. It's far time for us to waken out of our sleep. It's past time. So it's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. And it's time to decide on what you're going to do. Don't allow your poor choices to get you in a poor place. Figure it out. Figure it out. We have so much that's readily available to us until I think sometimes we just take it for granted. And we take it for granted until we see other people around us shaking and moving and doing all these great things. And then you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? What do I start? Well, I don't know. What is it that you want to do? What do you want to do? We've got to be delivered from what other people say and think about what it is that we're trying to do. Like today, like last week, we have to. When is this? We have to. And so, in thinking about that, I thought about how we take risk. We're just getting up. It's a risk to get in your car. It's a risk to stop at the red light and be there too long. It's a risk to drive through certain neighborhoods. It's a freaking risk to just be dumb. Let me say that. But we take those risks. Unprotected sex. Ooh, let's not talk about that one. That's a big risk that people don't mind taking. Oh, we'll take that risk, but I won't risk making my life better. I'll put insurance on my car, but I won't put insurance on my life. I'll make sure my dog has the best food to eat. But shoot, we can go eat bologna today and we can eat, all this pork and all this stuff that we know is unhealthy for us. Oh, I'm guilty of the pork. Yeah, bologna, I ain't gonna be able to do it. When you know better, you do better. Good morning, Dana. And so we take all these risks. But when somebody presents you with an opportunity for greatness, the first thing you want to say is, oh, that's just too good to be true. Well, God dog, you want it to be bad? I'm asking. Because now is the time to look at what it is you're trying to do. See, 2017 is over. 2018 is here. So if you don't already have your planner and ready to go for 2018, you already behind. You're already behind. It's time to move. Good morning, Rose and Dana. It's time to move. So you have to realize that, you know what? Nobody's going to come to my rescue. Nobody's going to come help me do anything. You got to do it for yourself. Poor choices keep you in poor places. Keep on making them same dumb mistakes. And we say dumb. So you know what? Let me retract that, because sometimes people do say that. We make mistakes, but we're learning in the process. See, we never lose. We just learn. We don't lose. We just learn. Because all we do is win when we're trying to do it that way. We're winning, even when it looks like we're losing. But we have to look in the mirror and say, you know what? You're worth it. I look in the mirror all the time. I don't give a damn what you think, but I say, oh, I'm worth that. I can do that for me. I'm worth that. My family deserves that. My kids deserve that. Hi, Erica. You've got to look at yourself and say, I'm worth it. Everybody else benefits. Think about how many people benefit off of your works every single day. Every single day you wake up. Everything you do, there are other people that benefit from it. But what are you pulling from it? What are you benefiting from it? Share the video if you can. Thank you. But what are you benefiting from it? Is it okay for everybody else to just benefit and ride on your coattail? You make all these great choices and other people benefit, but then you can't make the best choices for yourself because you're so busy working for everybody else? Mothers raise children. They graduate. They leave home. The nest is empty. They're with their husband. They don't even freaking know who he is because they've gotten lost in raising those kids and doing everything for everybody else. I'm not saying that's a poor choice. It was a choice that they made. However, now you don't even know who he is. So you feel like, shoot, I got to do something different. I don't know who this person is. It's like we have to find that balance. I don't know about you. For me, it's time management and balance. That's what I struggle with sometimes. Time management and balance. I know I'm not the only one. Time management and balance is what keeps me from doing a lot of things. But I have to make that good choice so it can put me in a good place. Time management and just knowing when to delegate something. I have a person that I know I can call and say, hey, you know what? This is the assignment that I have. This is what needs to be done. I need some help with this. Boom. It's done. And vice versa. You've got to know who to call when you need to delegate tasks. Because the decisions that, good morning, Queen. So the decisions that you make are ones that are going to lead you to a good place. It's time out for the poor choices. We let our kids run amok. And I'm so sick of what I see when I go out and I see people just letting their damn kids run like wild Benjis all over you in the store, carts running over your feet. You can't even go and enjoy all you can eat because they let the kids breathe and spit all over the food. I'm looking at all of this and I'm like, wow, Lord, this is the future. Talk about poor choices. Kids don't run nothing. They shouldn't because they're not on the same level as adults. You respect them, but you discipline their butts too. So when I think about that, I go, wow, okay, you know, this is a world that we live in right now. I see a lot of people making a lot of poor choices. Oh, I'm not perfect and I'm not excusing myself by any means. No, not by any stretch of the imagination am I implying that I'm perfect. I'm not. However, I did know how to discipline my children. They didn't run my house. And so we look at this and we're teaching our children, you know, whether directly or indirectly, how, you know, you're entitled. You ain't entitled to shit. You're not. You're not. What? Go to work. You're not entitled to anything. Oh, you owe me nothing but to love you. That's what we owe each other. But we teach our children, you know what? It's okay. Somebody will give it to you. Somebody will give you this. People know Christmas is coming January the 1st. Stop waiting until December and you bought all the Michael Kors bags and earrings and bracelets and stuff you want, and now you want somebody to take care of Christmas for you. Get out of here with that. If you're a grandmother raising children or an aunt or somebody raising children whose parents are incarcerated, sign me up. I can help you all day long. But for you folk with your boo laying up beside you every night, your bills due, and your kids need stuff for Christmas? No, ma'am, I don't even think so. Hashtag Cree Unleashed. I wish I could type it for myself. Poor choices. Poor choices lead you to poor places. I want a husband. You can't cook. I want a husband. Attitude bad. I want a husband. You silly. I want a husband. You overweight. I want a husband. You don't know. God said you ain't ready. You're not treating nobody. I know that's incorrect grammar. Poor choices lead you to poor places. But oh, to those who wait. Oh, to those who are prepared. Oh, to those who are diligently waiting and marking time. God is going to come through like a mighty rushing wind and going to give you just what you need. He'll do it because that's how he operates. He'll do that. But still, there's work to do on our part. He ain't going to just drop your knight in shining armor out the sky and you not ready for it. He got to go to Jack in the Box and eat because you can't even boil water. No, see, we grew up in the country. We grew up cooking. My grandmother said, wait till a man's heart is through his stomach. And she was one of the smartest women I know. I'm just saying. Poor choices lead you to poor places. We have the power to do whatever it is we want to do. We do. And we're strong and we have that mental ability to do it. Now, there are some areas in our lives we're like, ooh, I don't know how to handle that. I don't know how to handle that. Well, you know what? Pray. Make sure you're talking to the right people. Make sure the right people are in your ear. Poor choices lead you to poor places. I want you to remember that and set the tone for the week. Every single thing you do, decide, is that a good choice or is that a poor choice? Or if I make this decision, where is it going to take me? How is it going to help me in what I'm trying to accomplish? See, just be positive. That's hard to say sometimes because people will push your buttons and make you want to say bad stuff. They'll do it. But I know I need to fight with that. It's this that I need to work on. So I'm not confused about my areas of weakness and where I need to, do a little better. But it starts with looking at that person in the mirror. Stop waking up in the morning crying about yesterday you were broke. Broke because you think broke. You got to change your mindset. And this is true. We really do. We have to change our mind and how we see it. We have to see it, Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? I don't know. Is it? It depends on how you look at it. And so when you discover that nobody's going to come and do anything for you and it's up for you to be a mover and a shaker for yourself and not just a freaking spectator of life, then things change for you. So what, it doesn't work out the first time? So what, your business isn't booming? So what, it failed? Okay, try again. Do it again. Do it again. When is this, Angela? Do it again. Life is full of risk. Which ones are you willing to take? What is so pressing and burning in your soul until it keeps you up at night? What is that? Go after it with all you got. All that you focus on is what's going to grow. It's going to grow if you focus on it. So this week, remember, poor choices keep you in poor places. I want what's best for you like I want what's best for me. We are our sister and brother's keeper, whether you want to be or not. So we're here to help each other. That's why I say, you know what? We have to do better as a people. We have to do better as a people. We have to. Because when you look around, everybody's outperforming us. Heaven forbid we start looking at scores at school with our children. But they feet cut though. Jordan's on point, hair on point, but nothing in your head. I'm just saying. You can be mad at me all you want. I'll go show you the numbers and show you what they look like. We have to do better. We have to do better. Anyway, I wish you well on this week. I do have a Spanish class that's coming up starting October the 26th. And the video hasn't come up yet. So I'm just telling you now, October 26th. It's on a Thursday. It's for adults. It's a beginning Spanish class because we're trying to get that competitive edge. I have a small core group of people who started out with me that's in the little cohort. They're learning to speak the language and it's going to give them that competitive edge. And so Marcus and I are going to be working on the video so that we can get that up and going. But I wish you well. I want to make good decisions that help somebody else's life. I don't want it to be that I just live my life and didn't pour into others. So that's a part of giving back. And it's helping people get that competitive edge so you can get out and make a living. Okay? I don't have any children signed up for an adult children's class right now. But if you have some kids that you want to sign up, just let me know. That's going to be at the end of the month. Also, Tent City, I am going to, we're working on trying to get stuff together for the Thanksgiving meal at Tent City. It's going to be before Thanksgiving. I already have some people signed up as volunteers. And so I appreciate that. It is our job to go out into the highways and the byways to preach and to teach. That's what it said. I didn't say that. And that's what we're supposed to be doing and helping those who are in need. So I appreciate those who are going to help in advance. And if you need more information, just contact me. But remember, the world is going to continue to rotate, whether you're standing on top of it or stretched out under it. It doesn't matter. You get to decide where you want to be. You just have to know that your choices are going to get you in certain places. You determine whether it's going to be good or bad. I want to see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Just take a look around. The bottom is too crowded. We've got to make ourselves, get ourselves up to the top, where 3% of the people are. The air is much clearer up there. Don't you want to go? I do. I see you there. We don't want to be stretched out anywhere except for on the beaches of the world, under palm trees. That's what we want to be. And so I wish you well this week. I hope that all the choices you make are productive. And I hope that they align with what it is you're trying to accomplish this week. I hope that you also remember to do something for someone else today. Smile, it goes a long way. You don't know what people are dealing with. People are dealing with their own private battles. Okay, Claudia, I got you, and Dylan signed up. I got you. And so people are dealing with their own private battles. You don't know what people are dealing with. The outside can be deceiving, but you don't know what people are dealing with. And so I wish you well. Okay, Risa, I'll inbox you. Let me write that down. So Risa, Claudia, and Dylan. Okay. I got you down, so I appreciate that. But anyway, I want everybody to have an amazing Monday, and I'll see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Have a magnificent Monday. Bye-bye.